Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Am I coming through okay, sound-wise?
Yes.
I'm worried that I might not be. Okay, thank you. Usually it indicates to me that the microphone is active, but I'm not seeing the little light, so. Today we're going to talk about Luggage, and Luggage is sporting a new look. We have moved Luggage into the new ISU theme, and you may have seen that on the Iowa State website recently. It was updated there, and so today we're going to walk through just a few different places where you can learn about the theme and where you can see some documentation for Luggage specifically in regards to the new Iowa State theme. Before we get started, I'm going to just walk through a couple of slides here. There we go. So we are Biology IT, and I am Ann Griesel, the project manager for that team. And you can find more information about us by going to biologyit.iostate.edu. On this Luggage documentation website, we have a showcase where you can view different websites that are done in the Luggage platform. And they are done in many areas on campus, not just from our team. So this is a showcase to display other teams using Luggage as well in their website development. We have some feature examples that are on the Luggage documentation page where you can view what the different features look like on various websites. So if you're interested in learning more about blog, for example, you could go here to find out what that might look like. If you're interested in learning more information about digital accessibility, you can visit the Digital Access website. This is the website owned by Zaira Jordan, and she keeps it updated with lots of new information all the time. So I encourage you to visit that website as well. And we'll escape out of here. And I'm going to share a different screen. Okay. So now I'm sharing with you hopefully it's sharing.
Yeah.
Oh, it says it's paused, so I'm a little concerned. Okay. All right, we'll see. The Luggage web development site is obviously in Luggage, and it is sporting the new theme. You can see that we now have a black bar at the top where iostate.edu will take you directly to the university homepage, and the index will show you the different letters that you can access the content. And you can click on the directory, which will take you to the faculty staff directory, and maps, safety, and then sign-ons. And so sign-ons lists some of the most popular places that people like to go, like Access Plus and Outlook. And then you can click on more sign-ons to see the full list of sign-ons. There are menu items here in a gray bar underneath the red, and you can see that drop-down capability for topics are here. So you can see content by category is now in a drop-down menu instead of the little hamburger that it was before. The search bar has moved from underneath the banner to up in the header. So Luggage is based on search, and so it's in a dominant location so that people can search your website easily and find information. The homepage itself in the middle has various layout options, and we can go through those in a couple of minutes, but that's a place where your content can change. And then at the bottom, we have the footer. So there's a footer, new footer at the bottom that has the 4 footer blocks. And so that content is displayed there. Let's see. A couple things to note about the footer. First of all, you'll notice that there's a stacked Iowa State University logo here. And underneath that logo, you can put various colleges or departments that your group is affiliated with. Is it showing or not?
Oh, our screen share is paused, so we aren't seeing anything.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
I don't know how to.
I'm going to stop share. Okay. And share again. Thank you. All right. There we go. Yay. Now you should see something. Okay. Thank you, Sarah. In the footer, okay, I think you might have seen the top bar a little bit, but I'm not sure when it was paused.
Yeah, we saw the top bar, and just when you scroll down to the footer, we were seeing what you meant.
Okay. So in the footer, there's the stacked Iowa State University logo in the left block, and underneath that is a good place to put your college affiliations there. So if you have those, you can put them there, and we obviously need to put ours there as well. There's a spot for address, so you can put your contact information here. And essentially, we have been going through several iterations in the new theme, and so Luggage Docs has a couple blocks that should be switched around. These social media and site index and sitemap links will actually be moving to the third footer block, and then this copyright and disclaimer information will be on the right. And that's something that's going to be important to keep in consistency for all of our websites, so that everyone knows where to look for the policy information and contact information on Iowa State websites. So that is something that we will be moving. And if you download the new theme right now, they will all be in the proper location. So everything has been updated. In that regard, I should note that there has been a new Luggage ISU theme release as of yesterday. And so you can, you may want to check that out. There's a few things that have been updated in regards to organization of the CSS file. So if you're a developer or you're someone that's interested in that, you can learn more about it by going to the GitHub repo and seeing the README files. A few other items that have been updated are the fact that I believe on rollover, the links will turn blue. So you'll have you'll be able to see blue. On some of the button stylings have been updated a little bit, and various other smaller components that just make things run a little bit more smoothly. So if you're interested in learning more about that, please visit our GitHub website. Okay. Moving forward, let's take a look at a couple examples. So I'm going to go ahead and log out so you don't see this. There we go. This is our Natural Resource Ecology and Management website, and you can see that the department name is up in the header, and we have the content by category listed here, along with the main menu items across the top. And then you'll see something that's a different style of layout. You'll find that you have the option to put 3 blocks across the top, for example, with links to various places that you want to promote on your website. So that's an option instead of a banner. There's a spot for 3 different blocks. Most common are upcoming events and recent news. That's where a lot of Luggage websites put their content is in this space. But you can put whatever content you like in those boxes, as well as some unique types of content, maybe like the publications that you're showing, that publications map that you're seeing. So that's another option. Okay. And this is a good example of having the college name listed underneath the nameplate. If we step over to entomology, you'll see that there's the banner at the top, and it is a rotating banner. So you do have that option if you'd like. And let's see. Here, similar, you have news and events, and then there's the latest bug guide activity. So that's ever changing, and that's a fun item to have in that third block. If we step over to the digital access website, you will see that there's some different layout options here that have been provided. So there's the 3 blocks at the top that you've seen. By the way, these are all actual content text here. And so that means that a screen reader, for example, can read it. It's not text on an image. So that's something to note. You may have content span the entire content section of the homepage if you would like. So maybe you want a block that goes all the way across, and that's what this block does here. You also have the option to have 2 blocks instead of 3. So if you wanted to just display 2 different types of content on your homepage, you have the ability to do that. And then again, we have a nice little block down here, which is part of a full width area. So there's a little button that was placed there. Another nice thing about this theme in the layout is that on some of these pages, like news and events for entomology, there are news and events listed and there are upcoming events. However, sometimes on a department or a unit website, you may not have upcoming events. In the new theme, these events will not look empty. If there are no events, the block will hide and the other 2 will fill the space equally. So you will now have 2 boxes that are half and half of the space, and makes your website look complete and not as if you're missing content. So that's a new thing as well. All right. Let's look at just a couple more options so that you can see what's been done. And then I'm going to show you the documentation pages for the new theme so that you can continue to learn more and see what some of your options are with the theme. So if you go to Horticulture and Home Pest News, you'll see that there's a banner at the top. There's 3 blocks here with content. And then there's another set of 3 blocks, which is really dedicated towards social media in this regard on this website. So that's a nice thing to be able to do. You can see that we're able to pull in a Twitter feed, we're able to pull in Instagram, you can have podcasts listed and that sort of thing. Another option is that we do have space for 4 logos to be placed, or 4 pieces up to 4 columns or 4 blocks of content that can be used on the homepage as well. So that's another option if you're interested in that. And we have crops. So crops is done similar, where we have the latest ICM news, there's news releases, and then recent blog posts. So this is another unique set of content that you can see here with their little blog pictures and spot there. We have tweets and featured publications and upcoming events. So again, you have some leeway to have more than just 1 row of boxes is really what I'm showing here. And then you have the option to include up to 4 different columns worth of content. Keep in mind that if you do 4, they are quite a bit smaller. So as you can see, most people will go as wide as 3 if the boxes will be filled with a lot of content. This is the Wildlife Extension and Outreach website. You can see that you can use, you can do things such as have a large area dedicated to content and then a right sidebar. So you can see that it's a 2/3, 1/3 option. We also have the opposite available. So if you would like the smaller column on the left and the wider column on the right, that's possible as well. And you can see there's a set of 2 boxes. So when I was talking before about how if there aren't upcoming events, the box will hide and then the other 2 will fill the space. This is an example of that where it'll fill the space. I don't know that there's actually upcoming events. They're supposed to be on this website, but this is what it would look like if you had it, and then it would automatically move into three boxes if news appeared. Okay, so I just want to take a break here and note that we do have people in the chat that can answer questions. So if you happen to have any questions in regards to the theme, please ask those in the chat. In order to get documentation, you can go to the Guides tab on Luggage Web Development Documentation website. It's luggagedocs.com, or I'm sorry, luggagedocs.info, and it will take you directly to this link. So I'm going to show that really quick. So if you just went to luggagedocs.info, then it will take you directly to this documentation page. And if you go to Guides, you'll see that Suitcase ISU theme. Suitcase is the name of the theme, but it's the ISU theme. And when you scroll down, you'll be able to see more examples of the homepage layouts. So for example, banner with full width content, banner with 3 columns. Here's a call to action and logo row, so you can see where you've got logos and then a couple larger call to action boxes. We do have the ability to provide a hero banner image. So that's an image that's quite a bit larger than a banner, but it goes beyond the actual like content kind of space that the banner does. It'll actually expand and match the header. So it'll follow the header. So you can see that this image actually will go as wide as the header is. I think we looked at an example like this where you can have a map or a larger area for content and then a smaller right sidebar. And the 3 rows with 3 columns. So I think we've looked at a lot of these, but definitely you can be creative with several different options there. If you'd like to learn more about the panels, you can select this using Mega Panels link, and you can see a page that talks about the different options for the home page. So how that happens on the back end as far as developing the site. So if you are a developer and you're looking into this sort of thing, I think this page will help you out in learning how to do that. You can also view a CodePen demo of the homepage layouts. So you're able to see what happens if you do not have content in a box. So for example, if I take content out of this first box, this is what will happen. The content will expand and fill the space this way. If I remove this block and this block and this block, you can see that the content will expand if it's in a grow box from the side that you have the content, from the whichever side you end up having content in. So for example, if I got rid of this grow box, then your content could look like this. All right. And I think that's pretty good. You may also want to check out some accessibility information. So if you're interested in learning more about how this theme is accessible, you can click on the accessibility tab. And then we have started documentation here, which will be growing as we continue, but you can see that we have addressed clear contrast and we explain that. You can also find the standards, like the actual information on the WCAG guidelines. So the WCAG 2.0 AA guidelines from WCAG, which is a website that's a little bit more readable and explains the standards in a little bit better way. So for example, if we click on this one, I don't know if I should say it's a better way, it's a different way. It's a bit more readable in terms of what does the standard mean and what is it that I need to do. If you click on the actual guideline itself from the quick guide, there's quite a bit of information here, and it just may be a little bit to sift through if you're not familiar with the guidelines yet. That WCAG might be a good place to start. We have ISU resources here. So if there's some information on the Digital Access website about color contrast, then we're going to provide you that link as well. So we're going to point you to the proper resources to get more information. And then if you're looking to test the color contrast yourself on one of your websites, you can do that. And we've provided an example of a checker where you can put in a couple of colors. This comes directly from WebAIM. And then it will tell you if the colors pass or fail. So that's another thing that we're trying to provide throughout the theme documentation for you. All right. I think that is about it. I just wanted to give a run through on the theme in Luggage. If you would like your website that's in Luggage to move to the new theme, please send an email to websupport@iastate.edu, and we will be sure to take a look at your website and talk to you about moving that into the new theme. We will be moving sites into the new theme gradually, but if you're one that's really interested and you want to get yours done, please go ahead and contact us as we work through those, and we'll be sure to work with you on that. All right, I think that's all I have. So hopefully that was a little bit helpful. And again, with any questions, please email websupport@iastate.edu. Thank you.